random functions help generate random method helps generate random numbers, but it can be better or it can be smoother if we can find a way or an idea to create a function in order to generate our random integer. So that is what I'm going to show you in my code editor. So instead of just the normal random method where you just keep refreshing every time, so we can just simplify the process by making a button that we can click every point in time, and then it will just generate those numbers for us. So to make the process better, it might be a good idea to create a proper random function to use for all random integer purposes. This JavaScript function always return a random integer between minimum included and max excluded. So, and this is the functions that you can see right here on the screen. So this is the first function. So this is always going to return minimum as included, and the max is going to be excluded. The other one is going to return, the minimum and the max due to the plus one shift range that is attached to it. So let's take a look at each of these functions and how to make them in my code editor. So here, so I want to call this every time. So let me click the button. So this is going to be our function name, which is going to be attached to the button. The random integer 1 and 10 returns a random whole number. So the function that we're going to be making now is going to, is going to return a random whole number between 0 and 9, and both is going to be included. So how do we make it? So we'll need a button, like I said. So you can just make a simple button. So I already have a button here. Okay, so I'm just going to change some things from this button. So basically the on click method is what I want to change. So I can pass it a document dot get elements by ID, or what do you think? Okay, you can call it this function generate random. So let's try this function first, and then here I'll come and make the function and call this function generate random. And then inside my generate random function, so it's going to take two parameters, as you can see here, 1 and 10. So it's going to take a min and the max value. So the min and the max parameter. And now that I have my parameter set, so I want to return my method math.flow in order to return all integer. So I need that math.flow to wrap around my math.random method. And you can multiply it and say, okay, max minus min plus min. So is this button working? No, it is not. Okay, continue and call the function outside first. I want to see, okay. Let me see what is wrong here. So the button seems not to be throwing any error and it's not working. So let me try something different. Let me try another way to set it. So, okay. Uh, so let's put it at 0 and 10. So I find a way to make the button work. So passing in the function inside directly. So you can see this. I don't need this anymore because I already have it here. So I can continue to generate random numbers as you can see. So between 0 and 9, you can see that the max here is what? Is 9. So because of 1 and 10 that I passed in as the parameter as you can see. And also you can take note of the fact that on the slide, there's a part here that talks about returning the minimum. And also there's another part that talks about how the minimum and the maximum can be returned together. So by passing an extra, parts in order to increase the range. So if you want the minimum and maximum to be included, you need to pass the +1 after that function. And so here, if I had just the +1 here, now take a look at this. So let's see what will happen. Now you can see that 10 is showing because of the +1 I just passed at the back of this return function statement. So every time, so these functions make it much more easier and simpler in order to be able to generate random integer between a minimum and maximum values that is returned from a function.